Good evening and welcome to the Mediterranean coast. Tonight we're in the Principality of Monaco as Thierry Henry makes his home debut against Dijon. It's a rainy and cloudy evening in the Principality and plenty of clouds over last season's Ligue 1 runners-up too. A 2-1 defeat to Rennes cost Leonardo Jardim his job in Monaco's last home game. Henry started with defeat in Strasbourg. He got a point in the Champions League though in midweek, and with Dijon on a 4-game losing streak, could hardly have asked for better visitors for his first game in charge here at the Stade Louis II. 2 games already then in week 11 already of the Ligue 1 Conforama season. Saint-Etienne and Nîmes playing out a 1-1 draw on Friday, and Memphis Depay among the scorers as Lyon came through 2-1 against a really combative and hard-fought or hard-fighting side in Angers earlier this evening. At the top of the table then, Paris Saint-Germain will go for a record equaling 11th straight win from the start of the season when they take on arch rivals Marseille tomorrow evening. At the bottom of the table, look at that, Monaco, they will still be in the bottom 3 regardless of the result here this evening. They could even be bottom with Guingamp also playing this evening. Good news for Thierry Henry is that Diego Benaglio is back, but the Monaco coach does have to deal with a absolute raft of suspensions and injuries. Top scorer Radamel Falcao is in the treatment room, where he's joined by the likes of Ronnie Lopez and the Italian youngster Pietro Pellegrini. Andrea Raggi and Samuel Grandia sent off after just 3 minutes on the pitch in Strasbourg last week. They are both suspended. Yuri Tillemans has been the key man for Monaco in recent weeks, the Belgian international, who had a difficult first season in France after joining with much fanfare from Anderlecht last term. Has scored 3 goals in his last 6 appearances for the club, including the first one of the Henry reign, with a late penalty against Strasbourg. Just a consolation strike though in the 2-1 defeat. In the absence of Falcao, Camille Glick will lead the side. 4 straight defeats though for Monaco in Ligue 1. They ended a run of 5 defeats in all competitions with that point in Bruges. It could though have been worse. So Benaglio back then after injury. Missed the last 2, did the former Switzerland international. First choice goalkeeper Daniel Subasic still injured, paying really for Croatia's exploits at the World Cup. With Djibril Sidibe injured, Benjamin Henrichs comes in at right back. Nasser Chadli will be a makeshift left back. Jean-Eudes Aoualou is an introduction into the midfield. 4 changes in all, with Stevan Jovetic injured early in Bruges. He joins Falcao on the sidelines. Sofiane Diop comes into the starting lineup, led by Moussa Sylla, the youngster who got the goal in Bruges. Well, Rune Alex Runarsson could hardly have asked for a better start to life in Ligue 1. The summer arrival from Iceland picked up 3 straight wins in his first 3 games. He has since, however, been a lot busier and undoubtedly a lot unhappier. Just 1 point has come from the following 7 matches. Runarsson getting a clean sheet at Reims in week 6. But 4 straight defeats have followed, including last weekend's 2-1 loss at home to Lille. No real shame in that, particularly as Dijon outshot Lille in terms of shots on target, 7-3. Mike Maignan in the Lille goal, having a fantastic game. Olivier Delanno's response has been to leave top scorer Julio Tavares on the bench this evening. Benjamin Janot will lead the line. He promises to have a lot of work in chasing the ball and closing down defenders this evening. Dijon, 5th top scorers in the division last season, putting out quite a defensive side in the hope of catching Henry cold on his home debut. Not much flair, plenty of workmanlike endeavour though in the visitors lineup. Runarsson then in goal. The back four featuring Belgium international Laurent Seaman, who has, of course, worked with Henry during his 2 years as assistant coach to Roberto Martinez. Experience in the midfield with Florent Balmont, Mehdi Abeid, and then the promising teenager Enzo Loiodice. Roman Amalfitano captains the side. Creative Tunisian Naim Sliti comes in. He'll try and provide the ammunition for Jeannot. Plenty of optimism around the Stade Louis II following Henry's arrival during the October international break to replace Jardim. He said that his heart spoke to him after he'd been linked with Bordeaux earlier in the season. The temptation to leave his role as assistant coach to Martinez and Belgium was too much when Monaco came calling, the club where he started his playing career. But it does promise to be a real test, as Jardim found. Of course, Jardim won the Ligue 1 title spectacularly in 2016-17, but then, as Monaco's project has become, his best players were sold on for a huge profit. Not all of that money ploughed back into the team. It's a real turnaround since Monaco returned to the top flight in 2013 and went on a huge spending spree, bringing in Moutinho, Radamel Falcao and James Rodriguez, remember him, in a Monaco shirt, for some 130 million euros. Since then, the Russian billionaire owner Dmitry Rybolovlev has tightened the purse strings significantly. And it's now all about bringing through young talents. They've done so. The likes of Bernardo Silva, Benjamin Mendy, Kylian Mbappe. The list is lengthy and wealthy and lucrative for Monaco, but it has, it seems, cost Jardim his job. Unable to deal with a further rash of sales in the summer, Monaco now are struggling, but they do have a legend in charge. Monaco emerge onto the Stade Louis II pitch then for Thierry Henry's home debut as their coach, as they take on Dijon in week 11 of the Ligue 1 Conforama season. Last season's Ligue 1 runners-up come into the game in the exactly opposite position in which they finished last season. They're second from bottom, only ahead of Guingamp on goal difference. Both of the bottom two are yet to win at home this season. They're the only two in Ligue 1 Conforama. Guingamp play at home tonight too. Monaco will not want to end the evening as the only side without a home win, just as that man there will be hoping to make it a dream start on his return to this stadium where he began his playing career under Arsene Wenger back in the 1990s. There was a disappointing start for Henry in his first game in charge last weekend, a 2-1 defeat at Strasbourg. There was more hope in midweek though, with a 1-1 draw in the Champions League in Bruges. Good news is that Diego Benaglio's back. He replaces young Loic Badiashile in goal. Andrea Raggi's suspension continues. Djibril Sidibe is suspended, so Nasser Chadli is in at left back, Benjamin Henriks in at right. Radamel Falcao's in the treatment room, so is Stevan Jovetic after Wednesday's game. The line is led then by Moussa Sheila, backed up by fellow 18-year-old Sofiane Diop. The man in charge tonight in the middle is Jerome Miguel Gori, 42-year-old from Aquitaine. He's just a year older than Thierry Henry, making his home debut in the Stade Louis II dugout. VAR in use for the first time in Ligue 1 this season. That's Olivier Delalio, the Dijon coach, been in charge since 2012, taking them back up to the top flight in 2015, 2016. Welcome to Ligue 1, says Mr. Miguel Gori. Wonder what the words exchanged there were from Henry towards his Dijon counterpart, whose side are also on a 4-game losing streak. They've got the Iceland international Rune Alex Runarsson in goal. Michael Alphonse comes into the back four alongside Belgium international Laurent Seaman, who'll know all about Henry. There's huge experience in Florent Balmont, who's approaching his 500th Ligue 1 appearance. Julio Tavares, the Dijon leading scorer, is on the bench though this evening. So their hopes will be put in the former Nancy and Lorient striker, Benjamin Janot. He signed a 3-year contract in the summer. And it looks like there is a late change to the starting lineup that we were given. Sure that I spied Nasser Chadli on the bench there. Try and confirm that for you as we are underway then at the Stade Louis II. The rain falling quite heavily, actually. Here's Youssef Aït Benas, high quality technical midfielder. They do have a lot of quality, a lot of talent in this Monaco side. Just haven't played to their potential as yet. And indeed, Chadli is not playing. It's Antonio Baraka, who's a fullback by trade, who is in. He's the Monaco number 3, so he's at left back as the 23-year-old Italian. Chadli is on the bench. This is Michael Alphonse. Lovely ball up the line too for Roman Amalfitano, and the first time strike. Didn't catch it, did Janot? If he had done, Benaglio might have been called into action. The weather hasn't helped, but it's again a disappointing crowd. You'd have thought that many more of them would have been happy to come and see Thierry Henry make his home debut. He was trying to stay positive after the 1-1 draw in Bruges in midweek. Monaco had lost their first 2 Champions League group games. Managed to stop the rot, did Henry. Got a goal from Moussa Sylla. A young forward. He wears the number 34 shirt. Here he is, Sylla. It's a good ball, but it's asking a lot of Henriks. He's pacey as the German. But not quite that fast. He's also got quite an opponent up against him this evening, and Valentin Rosier, who's really come on strong in the last 12 months or so. Now an under-21 international with France. Helped them through to the finals next summer in Italy and San Marino. That's the first time, believe it or not, that France have qualified for that European Championship since 2006. And when you consider all the talent that's come through since then, many of whom won the World Cup in the summer, it's an eye-opening statistic. Here's Laurent Simon. Joined Dijon in the summer from the MLS side, Los Angeles Galaxy. Excuse me, Los Angeles FC. Of course, the Galaxy's neighbours. Easily cut out by Barek. He joined Monaco in the summer from Torino, the club where the Principality side picked up Kamil Glik some 2 years ago. Barek spoke to Glik, of course, before deciding to move to the Principality. Might be regretting his choice right now, but surely it will pay off in the end. That was nicely done by Jemison. Now Tielemans. He's lost it. Janot. This is Abeid. Nicely done by Tielemans, who's been the central figure for Monaco in recent weeks. Got the late consolation at Strasbourg last weekend. He's got 3 goals in his last 6, which is quite a hot streak considering he went 30 games without scoring after his move from Anderlecht last season. Still just 21, missed out on the Belgian World Cup squad, but a figure that you're likely to see very, very often over the next decade or so in top-grade European football. This is Jemison. Now Glik, who has the Monaco captain's armband with Radamel Falcao sidelined. It's a nice little ball too into the run of Henriks. And Rosier got across, but at the cost of a corner. The first of the game. It'll be Alexander Golovin with the set piece. Takes it short. That was Diop's cross, blocked. And another corner. Silla goes near post. Good clearance by Rosier. Diop will pick it up here. That was smartly done by the 18-year-old Silla. And the heavy touch. Got the goal in midweek, did Moussa Silla. Might have got a second as well that could have given Monaco all 3 points. Having said that, Bruges also probably should have scored late on to condemn Monaco to a 3rd straight group stage defeat. It is looking like Europa League qualification at most, though, for Monaco this season. The game against Bruges here in a couple of weeks will be key for that. Cut out by Awalu. Another summer arrival, this time from Strasbourg. Had an excellent top flight campaign with the Alsace side. Golovin. Lucky break from Monaco there. Sleety does well to get back, but Golovin still has it. Sleety robs him again and then slips on the turf. Maybe Golovin caught his heels as well. He did. The Russian youngster promises to be a very, very good player indeed. Hails from a small mining town in Siberia, but really made his name at CSKA Moscow and played, of course, in Russia's fine World Cup campaign. Jemison across to try and halt Amalfitano, but he still comes up with it. Here's Rosier. Slitina looking to take on Golovin. That's a match within a match for the moment. Just dawdled there, did Loio Dici. We've had nearly 10 minutes then at the Stade Louis Duetz. Monaco 0, Dijon 0. And for two sides who've lost their last 4 league outings, they'll be happy not to have conceded so far. This is Diop looking for Silla. That'll be too much. An easy and for Runarsson. Made Iceland's World Cup squad, did Alex Runarsson. Confessed to being a Liverpool supporter, as so many Scandinavian people are, if you can count Iceland in Scandinavia. That's a debate for another day. Goals rained in as heavily as the rain is falling here this evening for these two sides. Last season, Monaco were the third highest scorers with 85. And Dijon, believe it or not, with the fifth highest scorers in the division with 55. But both teams struggling in the final third this term. Partly down to injuries, a lot down to form as well. Monaco have failed to score in 3 of the last 7 at home. They'd scored in their 53 previous home games before that run. Well, Dijon had a Mehdi Abeid penalty in their 2-1 defeat to Lille last time out. They'd waited over 500 minutes for a top-flight goal in what has been a desperate run of form since starting the campaign so brilliantly. They were even joking that they might be joining Monaco in the Champions League next season. That's a foul by Jemison, who this time was caught out by Janot, who has started brightly. Lovely little turn from Benjamin Janot. Now, what can Naim Sliti produce from this? Not quite as good at set pieces as his fellow Tunisia international Wabi Kazri, but he's pretty handy.
A little bit more.
Squares it for Balmont, who should have done better, and he knows it. 38 years old now, Florent Balmont. Actually great to see him back on the pitch. He ruptured an Achilles tendon in training last season. been out for 6 months. Returned only recently, had considered quitting altogether. But tonight he's making his 484th top flight appearance. Used to play along the road at Nice. It's only about half an hour's drive away. You can hear the rain still beating down here. The sort of conditions that Henry will be well used to after his time in England with Arsenal, where he became, of course, a living legend. Here's Golovin. Maybe a chance here for Monaco. Silla. And Golovin! Nobody there to touch it home. Got a touch too off Rosier. It'll be a corner. Rudiger comes, good punch away. Well, Tielemans does have the quality to score that sort of goal. Didn't show it there though. We've had 15 minutes. Monaco 0, Dijon 0. And we've just had the first scare of the evening in front of the Dijon goal. Oh, he's left that short, and Silla will be in here. And Diop. Weak finish from the youngster. The Monaco fans and Silla too complaining that they should have had a free kick for the challenge from Rudiger, but looked like a good one for me. Certainly seemed to win the ball, but we'll have to take a second look at that when we get the opportunity. For the moment, it's at the feet of Benaglio. Left that very short, did Wesley Lautoa. And on second viewing, I think Silla's got a point, but even so, Diop really should have done better. It was a weak finish from the youngster. Belmont. That's a good measured ball. Chance for Alphonse to cross. And that was Glick's header. It's one back by the hungry-looking Rosier. Here's Simon. Blocked that shot from Diop that was goal-bound, but it wasn't a particularly difficult block for the Belgium international. Here's that incident again. He was left short by Lautoa. Rudiger definitely caught Silla, but Diop's effort was weak. Abeid's little flick was a nice one. Here's Sleety. Now Tielemans. Looks a different player to the Yuri Tielemans we saw last season. Although admittedly he did have an injury as well midway through, a knee problem. Baraka. This is Diop. It's away from Siman. It was wasteful by Aulu, but even more so by Rosier. Hurried into the clearance and concedes a corner. Aimed towards Click. Baraka did well to break up a potential counter-attack. That could have gone anywhere off Alphonse. I don't think Jemison got a touch. Minutes in, Monaco 0, Dijon 0, but it's the hosts who are asking the more probant questions, even if they haven't found any answers as yet. Here's Alphonse trying to look for a return pass to Balmont. Diop, that was smartly done. The youngster who joined from Rennes in the summer. Brought in by Rennes' former youth academy director, who's now second in charge to Monaco sporting director Michael Emenalo, who you may remember from Chelsea. There was a foul by Loïo Diche, young Dijon midfielder. Here's Click. Another free kick for the hosts. Here's Aulu. Baraka just couldn't take the ball with him. He's seen his side lose both home games, both away games rather, to Monaco, as Olivier Dall'Olio conceded 4 here, actually last season without reply. Conceded 4 as well on home soil earlier in the campaign. But it's a very different Monaco proposition this season. Oh, well, it just helps it forward, but there's nobody there in a red and white shirt. Still very disjointed, particularly down this left-hand side for Monaco. They've been better down the right with Golovin. Balma. Alphonse. Jana tries to turn away from 2 and very nearly gets away with it, and maybe would have if he hadn't been fouled by Youssef Ayed Benassa. Morocco international who spent last season on loan at Caen. Had signed for Monaco from Nancy. Benjamin Janot's first club. Summer 2017. Sleety eyeing up options. Came off a Dijon head. I think it was Alphonse. Actually deflected off him and Jemison into the arms of Benalia. Some 20 minutes left then in the first half. Monaco 0, Dijon 0. Here's an opportunity for Naim Sleety. Went down under the challenge of Tielemans, but Mr. Miguel Gori was right on hand. Shouldn't have given the Belgian international the chance to challenge. Should have got the shot away there after wrong footing click. Trying to turn back onto his left. Here's Golovin. The referee brings it back for the foul on Silla. In fact, that's nicely done by Diop, just a little bit short for Bareka. Benassa finds Tielemans. That's wasteful. Not good news from Brittany for Monaco fans. Their side is now bottom of the table as things stand because Guingamp lead a goal to nil at home to Strasbourg. That could, of course, all change that. But we haven't seen too much from Monaco to suggest that they're going to steamroller Dijon this evening. Monaco have only scored one league goal in the first half, though, of their 10 games previously to this one. They should, though, be trying to take advantage of Dijon, though, because Dijon have conceded more goals in the first half than anyone. But that Golovin shot that went across Runesson's goal aside, and the little mix-up between Lautour and Runesson. Apart from that, Monaco have not really threatened. Here's Diop. He's shown some good touches so far, and that's a lovely little ball. It's the poor touch from Henriks that let Monaco down. He's yet to really find his feet, the Germany international who joined Monaco in the summer from Bayer Leverkusen. Never easy, though, to adapt to a new country, new language as well. This is Olu in for Barreca. And at the back post, it is Henrichs. Lovely finish from the German fullback to put Monaco ahead. It was Barreca's cross, and nobody was picking up Henrichs. Wonderful technique from the summer buy from Leverkusen. Runarsson almost got it though, but just too much power on it. Well, that's the sort of finish that Thierry Henry would have appreciated, even if he weren't the Monaco boss. The first goal at home for the new Monaco coach, and it's given his side a 1-goal lead against Dijon after half an hour. Really, really good finish from Henrichs. Danger here. Monaco still fragile. Olu. Golovin. Space on the right-hand side. If they can find Henrichs again. A little bit late now, though. Barreca. Cross this time. Easy for Runarsson. Big gloves to fill at Dijon as Alex Runarsson. Baptiste Rene was one of the most underrated goalkeepers in Ligue 1 for my money at Dijon. He's now at Toulouse, of course. That's nicely done by Jeannot. He's had a bright start too. Balmont. He's going to drop here for Amalfitano. And kicked away by Benaglio. Monaco's defending once again. Rather suspect. Nobody on the edge of the box but the Dijon captain. Dijon have failed to score in the last 3 away games, but they came close there, and they might do so again here as Alphonse finds the net. And Monaco very quickly pegged back. Well, they just forced Diego Benaglio into a save. But the Swiss goalkeeper was then let down by his defenders. Balmont's ball. Alphonse's finish. It's all square. Not sure that Balmont's ball was originally intended for Alphonse. Kind of came in on the blind side of Barreca. Michael Alphonse then, the unlikely source of the Dijon equaliser. He only made his Ligue 1 debut at the age of 29 earlier this season. Can Monaco hit back? They might do here. Diop trying to get on Ait Benassa's ball. And it was Alphonse actually shepherding the ball back. Did well to come across and get in front of the youngster, the Dijon goal scorer. Ten minutes left in the first half. Here goes Sleety, tracked by Golovin. Tielemans. Now Ait Benassa. Barreca. Aoualou goes ahead of him. Role reversal from the approach work for the Monaco goal. Here's Barreca again. Doesn't get the corner. Dijon did make life difficult for Monaco when they met here in April 2017. Actually went in front. Monaco only coming through with 2 late goals. The Burgundy visitors proving a tough nut to crack again here. They've been the better side by some distance since Monaco went in front. Here's Alphonse. Thought he might try a good shot from there. Balmont's ball in. Not a good header by Glick. Here's Rosier. Might run for Jeannot. That was good work by Silla because Rosier was coming in and looking to shoot. Now, Henriks. Silla. Tielemans needs options on the left, wanted them but didn't find any. Henriks again now on the right. And that was easily dealt with by Lautaro. Only as far as Glick though. Jemison. Dijon getting everybody behind the ball. Good ball into the feet of Diop, who took it well despite the attentions of Simon. He thought he was going to get a corner there, did the 18-year-old. Not quite sure why. Very clearly came off him. Seven minutes left in the first half. Monaco 1, Dijon 1. Rain still falling heavily as Wesley Lautaro comes forward. Simon to Balmont. Alphonse now. Seeing a lot more of the ball on this right-hand side as the Dijon fullback. Balmont. Good early ball in. Henriks' header. Here's Golovin. Tielemans. Good diagonal ball from Benasse. Golovin now. Just clipped the heels of a Dijon defender. Tielemans has won it back. Good header by Silla. Now Diop. Space for Baraka. Golovin in space on the far side. Should have delivered it, Baraka, into the feet of Silla. Nipped away from him by Simon. Here come Monaco again, though. Aolu. Far too easily cut out by Sliti. The visitors can't keep hold of the ball. Baraka. Should be easy enough. Almost literally man against boy. 33-year-old Laurent Simon against the 18-year-old Sofiane Diop. With 5 minutes left in the first half. Monaco 1, Dijon 1 in Thierry Henry's home debut as the new Monaco boss. Good battling by Dijon. The strike though a little bit too ambitious. Mehdi Abeid. They did play well in defeat to Lille last weekend. And Lille, of course, in very good form. Oh, lovely feet from Diop. Baraka. Looked a little bit weary there, did the Italian fullback. The going underfoot is pretty heavy, given all the rain that's fallen before kick-off and during this first half. It's been relentless. Sliti driving forward. Looking for Jeannot and almost found him. Does have the ability to unlock a defence, does Naim Sliti. Will be very keen to make an impression down here, not that far from his native Marseille. And I'm sure he'll be tuning in tomorrow evening for the Classique between his hometown club and arch rivals Paris Saint-Germain. The big question, can Rudy Garcia's side end PSG's run of 10 successive wins from the start of the season? If they can't, PSG will equal the record set by Tottenham Hotspur at the start of the 1960-61 campaign in England, with 11 successive wins from the start of the season. That's in Europe's top 5 leagues. It has been an utterly dominant start from Paris Saint-Germain, at least domestically. Certainly struggled in midweek at home to Napoli. Tielemans behind this free kick, just over a minute left in the first half. Not a great delivery, but Monaco a battle. But the whistle sounds from Mr. Miguel Gori. See the rain still driving down. Not used to too much of that in the Principality. Dijon quite happy to play out the remaining time in the first half. They'll be quite happy with the scoreline as things stand. Here's Balmont. Simon. Just a minute to be added on here at the end of the first half. Lautoa launches it forward somewhat aimlessly. And Glick's clearance was just as untidy. This is Amalfitano. Simon. Balmont. And there's the half-time whistle. Polite applause from the Stade Louis II crowd for their side's effort. Benjamin Henriks getting the opening goal, but just 5 minutes later, Michael Alphonse with his first top-flight strike, leveling things up. It's Monaco 1, Dijon 1. It's been a testing first 45 minutes for the new Monaco boss, Thierry Henry. How often he must wish he could just pull on those boots again and do it for his side, just as he did here for Monaco some 20 years ago. Well, let's hear from Youssef Aïd Benasser. We scored, and then we got picked back. The 5 minutes after you score is very important. We should have stayed solid, but we now have to move on and try and get a good result. Plenty of work for the ground staff to do. The pitch cutting up. Rain still falling heavily and still plenty of clouds over the Principality club. Let's hear from Michael Alphonse. Must have enjoyed that first half. Yes, we need to reassure ourselves, says. We were a little bit timid at the start, but little by little, we upped the rhythm, upped the tempo. We managed to equalise. We probably should have avoided the goal if we'd communicated a little bit better, but we have to just keep going, he says. It was certainly promising from Dijon in that first half. 7 shots, 3 of them on target, out shooting the home side. Pass completion higher as well, 89% for the visitors, who dominated possession too. But it's all square in terms of the scoreline. Alexander Golovin was at the heart of much of what was good in the first half for Monaco. Russian involved here. Nobody there to touch it home with Radamel Falcao in the treatment room. Wesley Lautoa left that pass short, and Sofiane Diop should have done a lot better there. Did look like a foul by Runar Alex Runarsson. Just before the half-hour mark, Monaco went in front. Antonio Barreca's ball met sweetly by his fellow fullback Benjamin Henrichs, the summer signing from Leverkusen, getting his first goal for Monaco, and in some style. The lead, though, didn't last for long, just 5 minutes in fact. Skills from Benjamin Jano. Monaco's poor defending. That one was kicked away by Benaglio from Roman Amalfitano, but just 60 seconds later, Dijon found the way through. Alphonse sprinting in behind Barreca and finding the gap between Benaglio's legs. His first Ligue 1 goal. And Dijon were level 11 minutes before the break. One then at the break at the Stade Louis II. Welcome back to the Stade Louis II. The players just about to come up the steps and back out into the rain. It's 1-1 at half-time between Monaco and Dijon. The visitors coming on the stronger as it approached the break. Let's see how everybody starts in the second half. Rain does appear to have eased just a little bit, but not much. Still a pretty miserable evening on the Mediterranean coast. It will be even more so if Monaco don't come through and win this one. But on the basis of what we saw in the first half, that is anything but a given. Olivier Dall'Olio's Dijon side have proven really stoic opponents. Got themselves back on level terms just 5 minutes after conceding the opener. Thierry Henry in his first home game in charge will know that he has his work cut out to try and turn this 1 point into 3. As things are, Guingamp, who started the day bottom of the table, are still leading at home to Strasbourg, the side that inflicted a debut defeat on Henry last weekend, which means that Monaco are currently bottom of the Ligue 1 table. It's Dijon who get us underway then in the second half at the Stade Louis II. The visitors, who have lost their last 4 games, just like Monaco, certainly ended the first half the stronger. Here's Laurent Simon. Returned to Europe after a successful 3-year stint in the MLS, notably with Montreal, where he'd actually gone to ensure that his autistic daughter could get the best possible treatment and care. Here he is again, the man who was named the MLS's top defender in 2015, his first in Canada. The expression, the gesture from Benaglio tells it all. Monaco still very static, really lacking in confidence. This is Diop. Showed some good touches in the first half, and again here, lovely little burst from the teenager. He's passed 3 now, and still Diop. Blocked by Simon. Lovely run from Sofiane Diop. Golovin. That'll be a free kick. Yuri Tillmans, a bit too clever for Wesley Lautot. Not sure which language that was in from Tielemans to Golovin. But he seems to have got the message across, the Belgium international. Golovin moving away. Tielemans will take the responsibility. It's off a Dijon head. And behind for a corner. I think it was Simon who got the touch. It was indeed. Four Monaco men inside the box, including Jemison and Camille Glick, the two centre-backs. Awalou's there too, so is Silla. That's a good claim by Runarsson. That'll give his defenders real confidence. Rosier. Monaco certainly closing down a little bit more sharply than they did in the first half. Another example of it there from Tielemans. This was a little tight for Runarsson. Simon. Balmont. That'll be a throw. This was a great run from Diop. Just dwelled a little bit too long with the shot. Although, to be fair, the ball was really bobbling, not helped by the testing surface here. And that hasn't been helped by the heavy rain. It was caught there with Silla by Louis Odiche, a Dijon teenager, just 17, the Dijon number 12. Bright boy too, did his school leaving exam successfully earlier this year, but that wasn't too clever. One by Awalu. And then fouls Alphonse, trying to squeeze beyond him. That's nicely done by Sleety. Foul surely by Aid Benassa. Morocco international who didn't get to play for his country at the World Cup, suffered an injury just before their second game against Portugal. Had to return home, although he wasn't much earlier than his teammates. Hervé Renard's squad with a disappointing campaign. What can Dijon cook up from this free kick? Simon, I think, was going for goal. That was wasteful. I think we need a new ball. Not sure who Diop was trying to find there, and there was a real expression of frustration from Golovin. So I don't think we'll go down too well. Here's Lautor. Rosier. Probably should have left it, let it run. Amalfitano for Abeid. Silla. Now across to Jemison. Still in play on the far side. Sliti comes away with it. Jano makes the run. That was an untidy challenge by Tielemans, who's actually come off second best, I think, because he knows he's going in the book. One yellow card apiece then. Certainly full-blooded. And always going to be a yellow card in Ligue 1. Might get away with that in the English Premier League. Here's Balmont. Crafts a ball into the middle, and it's dropped here for Lautor. And now Abeid. That was out of play, surely. Going to have a change. And it's Sean Awalu, who is replaced by Pelé. Midfielder from Guinea-Bissau comes on for just his second Monaco appearance. Ball in, looking for Sula, who got there. Young Paris-born forward. Here's Naim Sliti. And Monaco saved by Benaglio, but also the offside flag. Very far offside was Sliti, actually. Rosier now. And a chance for Abeid, and it's deflected past Benaglio. And Dijon lead. And more problems for Thierry Henry. Benassa's ball cut out by Rosier. Sliti involved as well, came back to Rosier. Good ball to the edge of the box. But the deflection of Jemison was decisive. Second goal in as many games from Mehdi Abeid. But Dijon this time go in front. Can't really say that Dijon haven't deserved it. So what does the young manager in Thierry Henry do now? Good run by Benassa, and still. Belmont. Dijon can break again. From Alfitano, good early ball in. Good defending too by Henriks. Well, Monaco were pegged back inside 5 minutes after they went in front earlier in the game. They'll be saying to themselves, there's no reason why they can't do the same. That was easily cut out. And here goes Tielemans, whose influence on the match has not been what Henry surely would have hoped. At least not yet. You do have to remember that this Monaco side is extremely youthful. Henriks is 21, Tielemans is 21. Ayed Benassa 22, Golovin 22, and Diop and Silla both 18. There are a lot of bans and injuries too to key players, notably Stevan Jovetic and Radamel Falcao, who've been sorely missed so far this evening. That's nicely done by Diop, and Silla. Saved by Runarsson. Silla again. Pele. Golovin. Foul, surely. I'm told to get up, says Mr. Miguel Gori. Henriks. He was fouled. You have to think that Falcao would have taken that chance. Not for the first time this evening. Tielemans with the free kick. Past the hour mark. Good ball in. And that's good defending too, and there was a whistle in there as well as Glick charged in. Little bit too roughhouse from the Monaco captain on Valentin Rosier. Golovin close to charging that one down from Runarsson. Saw Silla do the same early in the second half. Certainly plenty of fight about Monaco. Can they find the finesse though to get the goal that will keep them off the bottom of the Ligue 1 table? This is Golovin. Here's a chance, Henriks. Whistle goes. He was onside. The problem wasn't there. It was Diop's challenge on Rosier. That was the foul. Henriks must have had visions of the second goal. It's looking like a second straight defeat for Thierry Henry and a fifth for Monaco. Quite remarkable. They go to Reims next time out, and then they've got Bruges here in the Champions League. And then they have Paris Saint-Germain coming here. Challenging return ball, and Barreca made the most of it. Shoulder to shoulder though with Alphonse. Going to have a Dijon change there first of the evening, and it's Florent Belmont. His legs probably don't quite have the juice that they used to have in them. He's making way for Jordan Marrier. Loyal servant to Dijon, Jordan Marrier. Not quite as good on the ball as Belmont, but probably more energetic off it right now. Real picture of concentration. Thierry Henry emphasised in the press conference where he was presented to the media that he would have to be patient. I think it was a message as well for his bosses, the fans too. You certainly have a lot of credit, of course, built up from his playing career. Monaco would have been in a lot more trouble if Jeannot had been able to take that in his stride. And some Amalfitano, and very nearly a spectacular third. I think he was going for that. It's a corner. It was a good save by Benaglio. Sleety with the corner here on the left-hand side. Easy header away by Jemison. Here's Kamil Glik. We've got less than 24 minutes left. Monaco still trailing. And if truth be told, not looking like they're going to get an equaliser. They haven't really threatened with any great consistency. And they've been dominated in terms of possession. It's not what we've become accustomed to from Monaco in the last couple of seasons. Here's Sleety. Here's Jeannot. Men over on the far side. One of them's Amalfitano. Does very well. Away from Pele. Cross wasn't the best up from the former Newcastle United midfielder. One of two actually in the Dijon starting lineup, along with Mehdi Abeid, the goal scorer. Henriks. Diop. Some bright moments from the teenager, but lacking end product for the moment. Diop again. It's well won by Sleety. Dijon will counter, but only with two. Sleety faltering in the heavy turf. Against the free kick. This is not a change that Monaco will want to see. beIN makes way. And Dijon's leading scorer this season, and their all-time leading scorer in Ligue 1, Julio Tavares, will come on, and he is a real handful. 3 goals this season. Looks like Abeid may have got a bit of a hamstring problem. Jemison does well. 20 minutes left for Monaco in Thierry Henry's home debut. Chance here perhaps. Moussa Sylla. Simons across. Sylla still. And still Sylla. And good defending once again by Laurent Simon. Monaco still have it. Golovin. Diop's on the edge of the box. Golovin turns away. And Runnison claims. Simon's experience really coming through there. Didn't dive into the challenge. Just bided his time. Waited for Sylla to make the move. A little bit of a word from the legend to the youngster. As Tielemans comes off. Boos and whistles aren't going to help the Belgian. And on comes Adama Traoré for the last 19 minutes. Never the most boisterous crowd inside the Stade Louis II. They only average about 8,000 fans here. But it's very, very quiet indeed right now. Only his 5th appearance of the season, Adama Traoré. Another highly talented youngster that Monaco are hoping will come good, and who they then will cash in on. And that's what made Leonardo Jardim's life so difficult. You cannot consistently sell all of your best players, or virtually all of them. Notable exception of Falcao. And still achieve consistent success, I have to say. I think Jardim did brilliantly to achieve as much as he did. During Henry's presentation, Vadim Vassiliev, the vice president of Monaco, said that the project remains the same and that Henry is happy with it. That remains to be seen. If results continue to go against him. He does need his first choice players backed up. Seen that more than ever tonight. The opportunities that have dropped to Diop and to Silla weren't taken. They surely would have been by Jovetic and Falcao. That's easily cut out by Alphonse, who's had a night to remember with his first Liga goal. "16 minutes between Dijon and a welcome win. And a second successive defeat in the young managerial career of Thierry Henry. Here's Golovin. Jemison. It's neither a good ball for Henriks nor Traoré. Time ticks frustratingly down for Thierry Henry. France's all-time leading scorer. His side badly need a goal here. Traoré. This is Golovin in a more central role now than the one in which he started the game. That's nicely done. And then overhit. Henriks will keep it in on the far side. Pele. Henriks. Pele again. Gets it back from Traoré. Tempting ball in. It was away by Simon, who's had an excellent game. And now Sleety leads the counter-attack. Tavares. Time to turn and trundle forward the big Cape Verde international. Now Jeannot goes for goal. Speculative, I think you'd call that one. Another wasted ball from Sofiane Diop, whose ability on the ball has shone through this evening, but the end product is what is really lacking. And maybe Thierry Henry will play the role that to Diop that Arsene Wenger played to him. He's repeatedly paid tribute to Wenger, who was Henry's boss at Monaco and then Arsenal, for turning him into the formidable, fearsome goal scorer that he was. A really true professional. I think that's what Diop needs as well, because he's certainly got the talent. Traoré with the free kick. Silla awaits. Good in swinging ball! And the header from Glick pulls Monaco level. Classic centre-back strike. Barely a sign of emotion from his boss. Wasn't much either from his captain, who was just keen on getting back and starting the job of trying to win this again. His first of the season for the Poland international. What a fillip that goal is, and it looks like it's caused Rune Alex Runarsson something more of a problem. It's a great ball in by Traore. And he does have that left thigh heavily strapped as the Iceland international. Textbook centre-back's goal from Kamil Glik. Monaco 2, Dijon 2, and we have a grandstand final 10 minutes to this one. Remember, both sides have lost their previous 4 league games, so confidence is very fragile indeed. That's going to be a yellow card for Alexander Golovin. He doesn't really understand why. He'll be happy with the side's character, Thierry Henry. Less happy if Dijon find another goal. Sleety with a free kick. A real crowd of players just inside the Monaco box as Aïd Ben Nasser and Laurent Simon plead their innocence. Jemisin's header, it's behind for a corner. Before it comes though, we're going to have a change. It's Cedric Yambere, former Bordeaux defender, excuse me, coming on for a forward in Benjamin Janot. So Dijon boss Olivier Danolio revealing his hand. His third change is a defender. He's looking to secure the point. For the moment though, Yambere with a chance to be a hero at the opposite end. And out of play before it came back into play. Aïd Ben Nasser. Here's Pele. Monaco certainly looking to go for the win. They've got four forward players on. Ayet Benassa distributes the ball nicely. Traore. That's wasteful. It's Alphonse, the goal scorer. He's still going. Henriks now got the opening goal just before the half-hour mark, the Germany international fullback. Well done by Henriks, retaining possession for Monaco. Space here. Good covering too by Amalfitano though, but he's had to concede the corner. He's given up the captain's armband since Julio Tavares came on. Traore's ball in. This time it's away by Simon, who's been very important for the visitors this evening. That was Tavares. Battling, but loses out to Golovin. Good ball. And well cut out too by Lautaro. Really important interception by the former Lorient man at the near post. One back though. Glick. Here's Traore. Henriks is outside him. Still Traore. Dragged it across. As you can see from the pained look on his face. Probably should have used Henriks out to his right. Got a draw in midweek in the Champions League. Is he set for a second one here in his first Ligue 1 point ever as a coach? He'll be hoping just for a point if his side can cling on. Olivier Dall'Olio, the Dijon coach, will probably deserve something from this game of the visitors. Remains to be seen whether they'll get it or will they claim even more. Sleety with the ball. Good delivery too! Crucial stop by Benaglio. Don't think anyone got a touch, but Benaglio had to, otherwise it would have been 3. Went over the heads of everyone, but a wicked delivery from Sleety, causing Monaco a real problem. Deep one this time, aim towards Simon, wins it. Sealer's header away, Amalfitano. Had time to measure the shot, maybe should have done better. He's the younger brother of former West Brom and West Ham United midfielder Morgan Amalfitano, if the name sounds familiar. Aid Ben Asad, and straight at Runarsson. We're into the final minute of the 90. Monaco 2, Dijon 2. 4 shots on target each. The scoreline all square as well. Glick's head. Drops for Tavares. Monaco midfield looking a little bit leggy, sleazy. That was wasteful too. Alfonso made a good run, and now he's out of position, and that will be a yellow card. Jordan Marriott goes in the book. There's just a minute to be added on. Well, that's strange. Marie booked though. We've had 3 Dijon substitutions and 2 for Monaco. Usual tariff is 30 seconds per substitution. That'll be 2.5 minutes. Rozier should get there and does. Here's Sleety. There's 4 minutes, in fact, to be added on. The graphic was wrong. That's more like it. So still nervous times and hopeful times at the same time for both sets of fans. This is Amalfitano. Sleety. Fouled, says Mr. Miguel Gori. We've still got over a minute remaining. A lot of frustration in the body language of the Monaco players. That's something that Henry will have to try and iron out in the week before they go to Reims. Sleety's ball forward. And the header behind is by Pele, and it's another corner. Real anxiety on the Monaco bench. A Dijon goal now would surely be the match winner. Sleety's ball in. It's not away yet. And there is the final whistle. His first game in charge ended in a defeat. His second league encounter, his first in the Stade Louis II, has ended with a point. Camille Glick's late header salvaging a draw for his new boss. The Monaco players disappointed. Dijon will certainly be the happier of the two with the point. It's ended here. Monaco 2, Dijon 2. Long faces among the Monaco players. There were some positive things to come from that performance that Thierry Henry will try and capitalize on, try and focus on. It's not a defeat. They've stopped the run of 4 successive losses, as have Dijon. But they wanted more than a point from that 90 minutes. His first in charge of Monaco. Few words exchanged between Thierry Henry and Michael Alphonse, who was playing second division football right up to last season. He's 29, made his Ligue 1 debut this term, got his first Ligue 1 goal this evening, much to the delight of those travelling Dijon fans. Words of wisdom too for young Sofiane Diop, who has much to learn, but there's huge potential there. Three games in, learning all the time, but no wins to show for it yet for Thierry Henry.
La traduction. Allez, juste une question sur votre rentrée. Quel est votre sentiment sur ce face à Dijon, un match de mal classé?
O nosso sentimento é de tristeza porque fizemos tudo para ganhar um jogo.
He said got that bit. He said it feeling sad because we wanted to win today.
São as coisas do jogo. Não conseguimos ganhar, mas vamos continuar a trabalhar para ganhar o próximo jogo.
On est triste de ce match nul.
We're sad with the draw. We gave everything to try and win the game. We have to keep working to try and win the next one. He's asked whether he thought the performance was better despite the draw.
Estamos com confiança. Agora só precisamos de uma vitória para levantar mais a nossa confiança e a equipa tem jogado bem. Temos feito bons jogos. Infelizmente não conseguimos ganhar e vamos continuar a jogar como temos jogado, como o Mister nos pede, e é isso que nós vamos continuar a fazer.
Yes, so we're better in recent games. We try to play. We haven't been lucky for the moment, but we have to keep working, keep playing the way that we've been, and follow what the coach has been saying. We're not lacking a lot of things for things to go right.
Pas besoin de traducteur, non? C'est bon. Naïm, on le disait.
No need for a translator for Naïm Sluti.
Est-ce qu'il y a un petit peu de frustration?
Il y a un peu de tout là.
Are you frustrated? He said. There's a bit of everything. He says. I think given the balance of the game, I would have liked to have won it. We played well. I think we showed a lot of unity, a lot of commitment. Unfortunately, we conceded from a set piece. Again, we have to keep going. I think we're on the right track. It's good to have scored goals. Been a long time since we scored, but I think we're on the right track. We've got a League Cup game against Caen, and then we play against Nîmes, and I think if we continue like that, we're going to win games. Of course, we're humans. It's a real blow to our confidence when we keep losing games, but we're together. We've really remained united. That's how things are going to come back and go well. We showed that we fell behind tonight. We showed real character to come back into it. I think we could have won it, but it's still a good point. It was indeed, and Naïm Sluti absolutely right. If Dijon continue playing like that, then they will win more games than they lose. 13 shots apiece, 5 apiece on target as well. But Dijon certainly the more threatening, and but for a couple of fine saves from Diego Benaglio, particularly late on, then Dijon would have had all 3 points. This was the opening goal just before the half-hour mark. Lovely goal it was, too. Benjamin Henrichs getting his first Ligue 1 strike since his summer move from Leverkusen. 5 minutes later, though, Monaco pegged back Michael Alphonse, whose career had been in the lower leagues until this season, getting his first Ligue 1 goal. Early in the second half, the Abeid. 57 minutes, deflected in. And then just over 10 minutes remaining. Monaco captain for the evening, Camille Glick, with the leveller as it ended 2-2. Good news as well for Monaco fans is that Strasbourg managed to find an equaliser at Guingamp. That means their side isn't at the bottom of the table. Lille, well, they keep on forging ahead. They're still in second place, 5 points now behind Paris Saint-Germain, thanks to their 1-0 win at home to Caen. Raphael Leao with the only goal of the game. Monaco are keeping pace as well. They won 3-0 at Toulouse, whose season is falling apart. The goal for Gaëtan Laborde again, and Andy Delort. Montpellier in third, then overtaking Lyon, who'd moved up into third earlier in the day thanks to their win at Angers. At the bottom of the table, then Monaco second from bottom on goal difference. They'll be delighted that Strasbourg, the team that beat them last week, got that equaliser, 89th minute leveller from Kevin Zohi. Nice in action tomorrow, as are Paris Saint-Germain and Marseille in the big one on Sunday evening. It was a stressful evening for the new Monaco coach, Thierry Henry. His home debut's out of the way. Just a point came from it, though. It could have been worse. Hope you've enjoyed it. That's all from me, Ian Holyman, and the rest of the team. We'll see you again very soon indeed. Bye for now.